Kevin here with the Rusty Dusty Picker channel again. Thanks for joining us. As you probably know, this is the place where we recover pieces from yard sales, thrift sales, estate sales, thrift shops, and such, and bring them back to life, repurpose them, and sometimes sell them. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting one. What I have here is an old bonsai skateboard made out of wood. A woman had pulled it out of her shed, and she says that it's has been in her shed, which was fairly dry, for she thinks 20-25 years. So I'm guessing might be from the 80s or earlier, but it's absolutely filthy. However, it has the original bonsai wheels. The wood seems to be in great shape. It's just really dirty and needs a good cleaning. So this might be more of a restoration type of a thing, even though I'm not a professional restorer of any sort. But the wheels have some real life left to them. So step one for this video is going to be just to give it a good cleaning with hot soapy water. See how that looks. Maybe take these trucks off. I think that's what they call them, and lubricate those a little bit. And then maybe a light sanding on the wood, and then consider a protective stain or something, at least on the top, maybe not on the back. But let me do a little bit of research into this, and we can get going. All right back at you. So I got to say, the cleaning went really well. Like I said, simply with scrub with hot water and soap. Not to get too crazy on it, and it came out very well. So let's just take a quick look. As you can see, this is the back. These are the original wheels, the Bonsai Speed Seal, it says. They all spin pretty well. What I'm going to do now is actually add a little silicone WD-40, which also will waterproof the inside a little bit, which would be good. But yeah, the grip tape on the top is near perfect, other than at the back here. So this bad boy is going to come out looking cool. It's already in really good shape, so I'm not going to do too much to it, honestly. But I don't know if I told you what I paid for this, but I'll repeat it. The woman wanted $15, and I happily paid it. I just thought it was cool looking, regardless of how dirty it was. And it turns out it wasn't all that dirty at all. So that's great. I did look it up online. It is from the mid to late 70s, from best I can tell. This exact skateboard sold on eBay recently for about $189 or $184.50, I think I saw. And it wasn't in this good condition, and the wheels had been replaced. So at the very least, a very good investment. I've got very little work to do on this. I might buff that little splintering there. It's hardly anything, but yeah. So let me, while you're here, let me put a little cardboard down here for any drippage that may happen, and we can. You see the spin on the wheel now. Didn't last very long, but let's see if we can just use some of this WD-40 silicone job. Just get that incorporated a little bit. Now I know if I spin this really fast right now, I'm going to get it right in the face and on the camera. So that's not quite what we want to do, but I'll show you me doing one of these. Like I said, the ones that haven't been treated, they spin well. The bearings are working. They're not loose at all. I didn't adjust the trucks. I haven't done anything with the wheels except what I'm just doing with this one. So let's go on an adventure together. So I'm spilling out whatever excess there was. Do it again, and let me give it a hard turn and see how long it spins for. Better. Good. So that's probably worth doing, and I'm not going to go nuts. I'm going to let whoever ends up with this piece, or if I keep it, then maybe I'll do some more work on the wheels. If I sell it, then I'll let the the buyer, the end user, do whatever they want to do. I'm not going to get crazy, but I do want to get it lubricated some because it hasn't been in obviously a couple of decades, and also this silicone will actually protect it from moisture supposedly. So we'll see. So we'll check back, and I'll show you how I'm going to finish this thing off. Thank you. Thanks for joining the channel. Talk to you later. All right, so as usual, I'm overthinking things and trying to do too much. So, I did get my sandpaper going. I did use my the finest sandpaper I had for my my hand sander, my palm sander, I guess they would call it. And I did buff out this little piece of splintering that was on here, but I determined that it's actually clean enough. I just wanted to take any layer of dirt that was still on there, and using the sandpaper wasn't really helping the situation. This is pretty much in as good a shape as you could ever expect, so I'm not going to do that anymore. So all I'm going to do now is keep this quick and simple. Wheels are moving well. Is to figure out how to give it a protective coating so that it is indeed restored, and if it gets used and it gets some weather, then it can withstand a little bit of that. So wanted to update you on that once again, keeping it simple, and let's finish this bad boy up. Love it. All right, so as you can see here, I've already started to I selected a lighter stain. It's a Rust-Oleum Golden Pecan, it's called. It's the lightest shade that I have, and as you can see, I'm just lightly applying it. I'm trying to bring back some of the luster of the wood of the skateboard, and also hoping to protect it a little bit, as I mentioned just a moment ago, from the elements. And we'll probably follow this with a clear coat and such, just using a thin 1-inch brush, nothing too fancy. So figured I'd show you this. I will continue on the front in a couple of secs. Coming right along here, it's it's looking good. Not a restoration guy per se, but hopefully this is starting to look a little bit more like it did when it came out of the surf shop or what have you. I'm toying around in my mind with the idea of just leaving the Banzai unstained, because it looks pretty cool contrasted against the darker. It should probably dry about that dark too, as I would imagine. So I'm firmly on the fence about staining that. The grip tape is in such good shape overall. It's not peeling anywhere. It's not loose near these letters at all. So I'm not really afraid of any wear to the wood underneath. So what the heck, I'm going to leave it. How about them apples? So, all right, let me just finish up this video. I'm going to let it dry. We'll finish up this. This is another nice quick video. I don't want to get carried away. And we'll show you the final in a second. Hold on. All right, so yeah, I'm going to give this a little bit of protection. I'm going to use a water-based Minwax polyacrylic. Easy to work with, easy cleanup because it's water-based. I'm just going to be careful on the top here as I do it. I don't want to get it on the grip tape. I don't want to mess with it. So I'm using a brush. I'm not going to spray. I have plenty of sprays that I could do this with, but I'm not going to. So this will go on, a little bit of a creamy finish. It will dry clear. And like I said, just to give it a little protection, I don't have a use for this piece per se, so I almost definitely will sell it. Therefore, I'm going to leave as much of the restoration, if they want to somebody who purchases it. I just simply wanted to make it look better, and I also wanted it to have some qualities that will make it last, which is little sanding, little staining, and a clear coat. And beyond that, I'm not going to touch the wheels. The wheels are fine for now. Somebody might want to completely restore them. They may want to clean them better. But that's not my forte. I stumbled across this thing, and I'm hoping somebody else will really enjoy it. So same thing with the letters. I'm going to go with the grain in here, and I'm just going to just give it a little bit of love here, and that's that. I'm going to do the top, and then I'm going to do the I'll do the bottom after this dries, and we'll come back after I do the back. All right, so we're done. We're not going to do anything else to this. As promised, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep the video short. Sometimes, you know, that's just the way it's going to go. You can see here the little burr. I called it splintering, but it was just a little burr that I sanded out. That's fine. Everything's good with this. It took the stain very nicely. As you can see, wheels are fully functional. Not gonna dive into them. We'll let somebody who wants to fully restore this do it. And you know, once again, it just took a little sanding to get the dirt off. Took a little bit of stain, a light stain, to bring some life back to the wood, and of course a very light clear coat, water-based job, just so it has a little bit of protection. Other than that, we'll probably sell this. I'm probably do an ask of about 180 bucks, maybe 179.95. I will probably get it because it's all original, including the wheels. I don't think anything's been done to this particular skateboard in the last 25 years, as the previous owner told me. So I paid her 15 bucks gladly because I thought it was cool. You know, online it's, you know, 150 to 200 bucks, as I think I mentioned already, in lesser condition. So we're good to go. I want to thank you for watching this video. This was a simple one. However, you know, we do appreciate you watching them and liking and subscribing and hitting the bell button and all that stuff, because it keeps us motivated, or me motivated, to keep doing this. So until next time, banzai.